Always something that is bringing the Browns right into the center of the NFL universe. Right now, it's Shedeur Sanders, right? I mean, there is just so much content, so much debate. The Browns are coming off of a 3-14 season, but every time you turn on television, every time you turn on anything, NBC, ESPN, CBS, you name it, the Cleveland Browns are right there front and center, and everyone's talking about Shador. So they have remained relevant even when they're not winning.
Mary Kay Cabot finally broke her silence, and she's riding hard for Shedeur Sanders as the Browns' future quarterback. In a fiery statement, she claimed the entire spotlight on Cleveland right now is thanks to Sanders, and without him, the team would be nothing but background noise. After such a crushing season, she insisted Shador is the only thing keeping the Browns relevant. But Mary Kay didn't stop there. She dropped bombs that are about to stir the entire football conversation. She straight up told the Browns they'd be foolish to pass on his talent, pushing for the team to give him a real shot at quarterback one. According to her, even if he somehow doesn't live up to expectations, though she's convinced he will, the team can still move on. But right now, his value is simply unmatched, and it's a gamble the Browns can't afford to skip. She's basically saying this is a once-in-a-lifetime risk that could change everything. Then she turned up the heat even more, exposing how the Browns tried to play damage control by managing Shador's fame. They thought they could control the narrative and keep the spotlight on their terms. But Mary Kay made it clear. That's not how it works when you've got a player like Shedeur Sanders. He comes with his own massive audience and loyal fan base, and the harder they try to push him out of the light, the worse it blows up in their face. Every move to sideline him just invites more pressure, more headlines, and more criticism crashing down on the organization. The Browns thought they were controlling the narrative, but the way they're handling Shedeur Sanders is actually creating way more problems than solutions. Instead of boosting the team, it's sparking tension, confusion, and non-stop questions about their direction. Mary Kay Cabot doubled down, saying the Browns didn't just bring in Shedeur because of his wild fan base or his on-field flashes. They genuinely respect him as a person, even if the organization hasn't fully embraced how special he is yet. She swears Shador brings an energy that's impossible to ignore.
It was too much value to pass up there, a developmental quarterback that they could take a look at and just kind of see what they had. And if it didn't work out, then you move on.
And she's not just hyping him up from the sidelines. Mary Kay pointed out her own firsthand experience with Shador at Colorado during red carpet events and high-profile gatherings. According to her, his presence is magnetic. People gravitate toward him, and the Browns see it too. She insists that this undeniable aura is exactly why Shador will eventually get the game time he deserves, no matter how hard they try to keep him tucked away. To cap it off, Mary Kay stamped her belief that Shedeur Sanders is the full package, on the field, off the field, and everywhere in between. He treats situations with maturity, builds genuine connections, and even maintains solid relationships with his quarterback peers, especially veteran Joe Flacco, who respects him like a little brother. Inside the Browns building, Shedeur Sanders has been nothing but solid, but the real storm isn't coming from him. It's from the army of fans outside who refuse to stay quiet. Mary Kay Cabot explained that the external spotlight, powered by Shedeur's massive following, is what's cranking up the heat on Cleveland. And here's the wild part. Shedeur himself hasn't complained once, hasn't thrown a fit, hasn't said a word. But his fans, they're loud, they're relentless, and they're not about to let any shade or unfair treatment slide without calling it out.
Well, I think that this is a football team that really tries to kind of block out some of that noise or tell themselves that they can handle it, that they can handle the storm that's going to come with a player like Shedeur.
This tidal wave of support is only making the Browns' situation more explosive, and Mary Kay warned they better tread carefully before the whole thing blows up even bigger. She highlighted what makes Shedeur stand out in the first place: his insane arm strength and lightning-fast processing speed. Those are his weapons, his superpowers, and when he lets it rip, defenders don't even have time to react. Sure, he's still developing in other areas, but Cabot stressed he's rock solid across the board, and in her eyes, it's not a question of if he becomes QB1, it's simply when. Once Joe Flacco's clock runs out, Mary Kay is certain Shedeur will be the one to step in and take command. What's shocking is how much she's flipped. Cabot was once one of Shedur's harshest critics, but now she's all in, praising not just his arm, but his impact inside the locker room. She revealed that he's already earned respect from teammates, something most young quarterbacks struggle to do in the NFL. And for her, that's the real story. It's not only about the deep passes or pinpoint throws, it's about his calm presence, his natural leadership, and the maturity that makes even the veterans nod their heads in respect. This right here speaks volumes about Shedeur Sanders' character and why he's winning over everyone around him so fast. When the noise started swirling, people claimed Shedeur was only getting first-team reps because of media pressure.
Because when they got to know Shedeur during the pre-draft process, they really liked him a lot as a human being. And I did too. I was out at the showcase in Colorado. I watched him move around Radio Row at the Super Bowl. And I really, really tried to figure out what kind of young man this was. I remember watching him on the red carpet at the NFL Honors Show, just everything. I took it all in. And I really ended up liking him as a person as well, and I still do.
But Mary Kay Cabot shut that down quick. She revealed that Shedeur wasn't just surviving camp, he was shining. She insisted he earned those first-team reps through pure grind, laser-sharp focus, and a relentless drive that couldn't be ignored. It wasn't about headlines, hype, or outside buzz. Cabot stressed that what pushed Shedeur forward was the sweat and grit he brought every single day. His performances were undeniable, his determination unmatched, and that's why he was elevated. Not because the media was pushing an agenda. In the NFL, public opinion can flip overnight, but Shedeur's already proving that his game speaks louder than any narrative spun on talk shows or Twitter feeds. From being doubted, labeled as media's golden boy, to now becoming the guy everyone respects, Shedeur has flipped the entire script in record time. Even more, he's not just earning applause from fans. Major voices like Mary Kay Cabot are now co-signing his rise. For a player once accused of being handed opportunities, Shedeur has proven it's his relentless work ethic, his unwavering focus, and his undeniable talent in training camp and on the field that secured his spot. He's rewriting the narrative with every rep.
And they have. I mean, he gets along great with all of the other quarterbacks. Joe Flacco, I always see those two guys laughing together and having a great time together. I just don't think inside the building it's been anywhere near what it's been outside.
And every throw, and the league is starting to notice. Shedeur Sanders isn't just impressing with his rocket arm and lightning-fast reads. It's his maturity, leadership, and locker room presence that set him apart from the pack. He's showing that he's not just a quarterback, he's becoming the future face of the Browns. Earning the respect of NFL teammates can take years, but Shedeur has done it early, and that alone proves his character is the real deal. Even more shocking is Mary Kay Cabot's turnaround. She used to be one of his loudest critics, but now she's fully backing Shedeur and openly calling for him to take the starting job. That's no small thing. Mary Kay's voice carries serious weight in the football world, and her change of heart proves how much Shador has silenced doubters with his game. He hasn't just won fans over, he's flipping entire narratives and forcing even the toughest critics to give him his flowers. Shedeur Sanders is no longer just a prospect hyped by headlines. He's proving himself every single day, showing the Browns and the league that he deserves the keys to the team. His rise from heavy skepticism to undeniable support is powerful. A story of talent, perseverance, and grit shining through no matter the obstacles. And now, with respected voices like Mary Kay Cabot in his corner, it feels like the call for Shedeur to lead is getting louder than ever. The buzz around Cleveland is only getting louder, and it's all circling back to one name, Shedeur Sanders. Fans are filling up timelines. Podcasts can't stop mentioning him, and even national analysts are starting to say it's only a matter of time before he takes that QB1 spot.
As far as being a teammate, he's doing a tremendous job with that, and I really like his personality. I've really enjoyed what I've seen and heard from him as a person, as a human being. So that's been really, really cool to watch him kind of blossom and grow here. I caught a moment with him.
The energy surrounding Shedeur has turned into something the Browns can't ignore anymore. It's a movement, and movements don't just fade away. Mary Kay Cabot pointed out that the front office is walking a dangerous line. The more they hesitate, the more pressure builds from every direction. Fans, media, and even the locker room. Everyone sees the spark Shedeur brings, and trying to keep that bottled up could backfire badly. If the Browns don't act soon, they risk looking like the only ones who can't see the obvious. What makes it even crazier is that Shedeur isn't chasing the spotlight. He's letting his play do the talking. Every rep, every throw, every huddle shows he's ready for the big stage. And the louder the support gets, the more it feels like the Browns are being boxed in. Either give him the role he's earned or deal with the storm that comes with holding him back. The Browns front office might think they're buying time, but Mary Kay Cabot warned that hesitation could end up costing them everything. The NFL is ruthless. When a player like Shedeur Sanders is buzzing with this much momentum, you either let him cook or you risk the entire locker room losing faith in your leadership. Players talk, veterans watch closely, and when they see a young quarterback winning respect the way Shedeur has, it's only a matter of time before the whispers turn into full-blown demands. Cabot even hinted that the Browns' attempts to slow play his rise are backfiring. Instead of cooling things down, it's only adding gasoline to the fire.
It's a good sign. I think he got rewarded for working really, really hard and doing a really nice job on everything. And he was able to go out there and go 2 for 3 in that session. He finished it off with 2 completions against some of the best defenders in the NFL. So I just thought that was a really good sign.
Every practice highlight, every teammate shout out, every fan chant is proof the wave is real. And if Cleveland's higher-ups don't catch it, they could be the ones drowned by it. The crazy part? Shador isn't politicking. He isn't campaigning. He's just stacking work day after day. That discipline is what's flipping the script. He's not trying to be handed anything. He's forcing everyone to admit he deserves it. Cabot's shift from skeptic to full believer is only the beginning. If the Browns don't hand him the key soon, the narrative could flip to them being the ones holding the franchise back. Cleveland's fan base is already making it crystal clear. They want Shedeur Sanders front and center, and they're not backing down. Social media is flooded with clips, edits, and hashtags pushing for him to start, and every Browns post that doesn't mention Shedeur gets swarmed with comments demanding answers. It's turning into a battle between the fans and the organization, and right now, the fans are winning the noise war. Mary Kay Cabot noted that this kind of energy can't just be brushed aside. When the crowd sees a player as the future, they'll ride for him no matter what, and that loyalty becomes a weapon. The Browns might think they're protecting their long-term strategy, but to the people of Cleveland, it looks like they're holding the city's biggest hope hostage. And the more the team tries to play it safe, the worse the backlash gets. Fans are showing up to training camp, chanting Shedeur's name. Players are starting to hint at his leadership, and the national media is circling the story like sharks. This isn't hype anymore. It's a wave, and if the Browns don't ride it, they're going to get crushed under it. Cleveland is reaching a boiling point, and the tension is about to spill over. The fans aren't just asking politely for Shedeur Sanders anymore. They're demanding it. Every game, every press conference, every post from the Browns gets hijacked with calls for Shedeur to take the reins. It's becoming impossible for management to hide behind patience when the entire city is screaming for change. Mary Kay Cabot stressed that this isn't the kind of movement you can silence. Shedeur has become the symbol of hope for Browns fans who are tired of disappointment. He's young, electrifying, and already respected by his teammates. So to them, the answer is obvious. He's the future. And the future needs to start now. The danger for the Browns is clear. The longer they wait, the uglier this could get. Fans are already turning their frustration on the front office, accusing them of being blind, stubborn, or even scared to take the risk. And if the organization keeps dragging its feet, it won't just be a football debate, it could spark a full-blown revolt from a city desperate for a hero. It's clear, Shedeur Sanders' time to shine is coming fast, and Cleveland can feel it in the air. But the big question is, what's your take on his journey so far? Do you agree with Mary Kay Cabot flipping from critic to full supporter, or do you think Shedeur still has more to prove before locking in that QB1 role? Do his leadership skills and maturity in the locker room already make him the guy, or will it all come down to what he delivers under real game pressure? And with fans rallying louder every day, how much do you think their support will actually sway the Browns' final decision? Could the people of Cleveland be the ones who force the organization's hand? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear it all. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.